Hello everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel, Adatz. And basically on this YouTube channel I'm going to be going through the whole of A-Level stats in Edexcel maths. Just because I felt like at school everyone usually hated stats and they used to like mechanics or pure more, but I always found stats the easiest, and so I've gathered, like, if you imagine all the resources out there for like statistics, I've gathered sort of every resource and like picked the best ones for you, and I've like combined it onto a mind map so I can teach it to other students in the way that a student's mind understands in comparison to maybe the way an adult teaches. So like obviously I've learned everything I know from all these like teachers online and stuff and like at school, but I've also got some quick and easy ways to remember things and make stats a lot more easy. So I'm going to be like posting regularly. I'm going to be posting A-Level stats. I might do a bit more maths, like broader maths, like pure or mechanics. And I'm also going to be doing some biology and economics. And yeah, so this is a way I thought I'd help people. So the first video is a little introduction. So I just finished my A-Levels and I've gathered all my resources from each subject and basically broken it down so that you guys can have the best resources available for you, and you won't waste your time on or waste your money on things that you don't need to be doing. Like, I don't know how to like express this enough, but I've never had a clear path on how to revise, what resources to use for my specific exam boards, but this could be generalized as well for other exam boards. But I've never had a clear path. So I wanted to make this video combining all the resources you can need if you are taking the same subjects I took, as you can see. And I'll go through each one and tell you how I used it. And in the comments below, if you want a detailed explanation on anything else in this video, for example, like any resources I made, if you want me to go through it, if you want me to go through the way I revised, then you can let me know in the comments and I will sort that out. So I've also got some general tips that we can have a look at the end of the video, but I'm going to go through the first subject, obviously Edexcel maths. That's the whole reason I started this, because I just feel like stats is so easy once you really know how to do it. And I'm going to make short videos, going to make so many videos, and it's going to be a great channel. So yeah, we're going to start with Edexcel maths, okay? So I'm going to look at the first resource, and that is Maths with Dan. Now, Maths with Dan, he is a really great YouTuber, and basically he makes predicted papers. He also does, so basically for Edexcel maths this year, for year 13s. Oh, by the way, I just wanted to mention, this channel is for like new year 12s coming into year 13, new year 12s that are joining, and also year 12s that are moving into year 13. So this is applicable for anyone doing A-Levels, but who are taking these subjects, of course. Anyways, so Maths with Dan, he basically created predicted papers for maths, and he also has videos with model solutions, right? Instead of a mark scheme. And I'm a visual learner, so I find that really, really helpful. And he goes through it really well in like steps and stuff. So I found his resources really useful towards the end, and he did a predicted paper for paper 2. And it was actually so accurate to the actual paper that I found it a lot easier just doing this predicted paper the morning of the exam, or just like skimming through the questions I found hard and then like looking through like what I could have done and look at the model solutions. And it really helped me just put that into perspective. And a similar paper came up for the actual A-Level. So yeah. Also, loads of these creators, they have their Instagram and TikTok pages, right? If you go follow them, I promise you, if you have a habit of scrolling through your phone in the morning, but one of these videos pop up, I promise you it will stick in your brain, because they're so short and like you're always scrolling anyways. I'm assuming most people scroll when they wake up or like during the day, but if you can turn that scrolling into something useful like I did, it will benefit you so much. And I did that with expert tuition for economics. I'll go on to his later, but he has so many shorts that really help me. Like all these little videos that you just watch over time, it just sticks in your head because of how like catchy like the phrases are. Like you're just like, it's so like repeatable, like it will happen. It's very repetitive. It happens a lot. So yeah, that's a good way, I think. Just follow everyone's Instagrams and then they'll post and you'll see. Anyways, next one you probably heard if you're already in year 12 right now and you're going into year 13 soon. Zishan. He is a really good YouTuber, and I think most of my revision was based off him for maths. So he has individual videos for the whole of A-level maths, and he covers pure stats and mechanics, and he also goes through exam questions from the actual textbooks that you get at school, but also like most of those questions, some of them at the ends of the textbook pages, well, those are like actual exam questions, so he goes through them, and he also does like some other exam questions on his page, and I found them really helpful because he really simplified it in a way I could actually understand, especially for statistics. I learned most of my stuff from there. And he also created a website recently with loads of questions. Some are free and you can just put them into AI and find the answers, and some you have to pay for, but they're not too expensive. They're like £2 to get the answers and stuff. So I think it's really useful, you know, having a look at that. But he is one of the best maths YouTubers and I definitely recommend him. So yeah, I definitely recommend this guy. So yeah, next one. So the next one is not a YouTuber, but this is a tutoring agency. And if you are looking for a maths tutor, I highly recommend that you have a look at this. So this is A-Level Excellence, and they advertise on Facebook, and it's basically an amazing way to boost your grade, even like no matter how late you are in this, because I basically joined in like Easter of year 12, just before I had my UCAS mocks, and I went from an E to an A in like 3 months or 2 months. I don't know how long it was, but it was really short. And they basically are so amazing. They tailor to your needs. They help you in whatever aspects you need help in. And trust me, I had a hard time looking for a tutor. Like, it was difficult because half the prices were so high, and then some of them were just like not that great, because I had a tutor once and he would just read the textbook to me for an hour a week, and it was just so useless because I would only end up getting through about 2 questions. Here it's constant practice. They drill it into you from the beginning that practice makes perfect. They give you a whole tracker with literally like everything. I promise you, it literally has everything you could think of. Like, literally, it has exam questions in the document, it has the textbook pages, it has links to videos, it has past papers, and you can basically red, amber, green your way through this whole tracker so you actually know what specific things to focus on. They also give you these master classes when it's close to exams. They go through, like, they spend 2 hours going through exam questions and you're able to ask questions. There's drop-in sessions every week if you have extra questions from your homework, from your revision, from your individual revision. You can go to these drop-ins every week. I think when I went, it was, I don't know how many there were a week, but I'm pretty sure it was about 5 times a week. So there's so many opportunities for you. And if you attend all if you attend all lessons and drop-ins, they actually motivate you by paying you £10. I don't know if they still do it, but when I was there, they did it. So that was a good motivator. It basically motivates the student to work, but it also helps your knowledge at the same time, because you're not just doing it for the money, you're also gaining that extra knowledge. You also get 2 lessons a week, which are all recorded and posted on Google Classroom, and you have a 24/7 WhatsApp group chat where you can literally ask questions whenever you need to, and you get that support. And I also needed some extra help at the end, like, because I felt like I couldn't have enough one-to-one time with my tutor, so I just asked him and he scheduled me an hour session on Zoom, and I just got to talk to him about this paper I got, and then he really helped me. So it's like all these small little things, I promise they really do help. So yeah, if you want to get a tutor, this is the one for you. The next one, Maths Genie. So I actually didn't use this until like 2 days before my exam, but they basically have past papers on there, and they have this really cool AI chatbot. So this is a new website, right? They have an AI chatbot that basically, if you need help on this question that you're doing, it basically, because it's tailored to that paper, it's so specific and it gets the answers correct, unlike like ChatGPT or something. So like you can ask questions about this, like I had a mechanics question and I asked questions to the chatbot and it just gave me the answers. And then anyways, yeah, so the AI chatbot really helps because I was doing a mechanics question and I was obviously really stuck because I find mechanics really difficult. So I literally just asked the AI chatbot and it takes you through every step of the question, and it's so helpful. Like, I'm so annoyed that I didn't find this resource earlier because they also have predicted papers as well. So you can have a look at that. And obviously Maths Genie has a lot of questions, and the one thing I did find useful, I'm not gonna lie, I was a bit last minute in terms of revision for like mechanics. So they have these snippet lessons where you can go through a whole chapter really quickly, and it just gives you like a few like lines of writing, a model question. It's like really good. Model answers, like they're really good. You should check this out because I just found it so helpful because I needed to revise like year 12 topics that I hadn't seen in a long time, and I didn't have time to watch full videos. And these snippet lessons were really quick, but as long as you have a little basic understanding for mechanics, I think you should be able to power through the questions. So that was very useful. And then we go on to, I think, is this the last one? No, second to last one. Adatz Maths. They have a lot of difficult questions, like they're really difficult. You probably heard of it before if you are in year 12 right now, going into year 13. But they have extra difficult questions so that when you actually do a past paper, or like when you set your actual A-levels, they don't seem as hard because you've already trained yourself to perform to these really difficult questions. And they also have written solutions at the bottom. But this year's papers, I don't know, you probably might have heard about it, but the Edexcel maths papers were really difficult. So if you were someone that did Adatz Maths, you wouldn't find it difficult, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, it's a good thing to check out. I wouldn't rely on it completely. I think maybe like watching videos. I mean, if you're a visual learner, that would help more. But yeah, doing lots and lots of questions first that are like past paper, and then going on to this after once you feel a bit more confident, that would help, because I skipped right to the end. Like you see over here the stars, right? So they have like 5-star questions, I'm pretty sure, like 4-star questions. I skipped straight onto that because I thought this was too easy. I think you should train yourself to do these sort of questions first, and then moving on to like the 5-star questions later would really help if you take it in steps. So that should be a useful thing. Next, we've got, I think this is the last maths resource. So this is PMT. I'm pretty sure everyone's heard about this for GCSE as well. But the main thing for maths, they have these summary sheets. So when you're doing stats and mech, this is what you want to look at over here. They've got so many summary sheets, and pure as well, right? They've got so many. So if you need a quick summary, for biology as well, they've got it for all subjects, most subjects actually. They've even got flashcards for biology. I'm pretty sure they have some things for economics as well. They've got, oh yeah, they've got summary notes. There's a lot of things, but for maths in specific, look at those summary sheets for stats. Look at them for pure. If you need a quick memory refresher, have a look at that. And they've also got loads of topic questions, loads of past paper questions. Maybe you would want to start with PMT and move on to Adatz after, just so that you've got this basic knowledge of understanding. And yeah, it's also got, one more thing I'd like to mention. If you're doing past papers and you want model solutions, please look at the PMT ones, because you've got some for Maths Genie, but the model solutions for PMT, they're written really neatly and in different colors. I just found that really helpful. So it's just a small thing, but I think it would benefit people a lot. Okay, that's about it, I'm pretty sure, for maths. So yeah, let's move on to OCR A biology if you're taking this. I don't know if this would be helpful for anyone with a different exam board, but I'm pretty sure it could, so just have a look anyways, or you can skip through this part. So Uplearn is a really, really good resource. I can't stress that enough. I think that's the one thing that really got me through my A-levels. It wasn't that helpful for maths, but for biology and economics, they are so good. So basically you get summary videos, and biology is so long, but having these summary videos that I could just watch on ×2 speed. I think one of my revision methods for the night before was literally going through every single summary video on the actual website, because it basically refreshes your memory of every single topic without it taking too long. I think it took me about an hour or two to go through every single one, but rather than watching like a 5-hour long video on ×2 speed with not understanding this, it has like so many, like it has lots of pictures. So I'm a visual learner, that was so helpful for me. And they've also got in-depth videos for like longer topics, so if you need like a specific part of a topic, you could just watch that 3-minute video and you will be sorted. They've also got exam questions at the end of every single topic, and they're OCR examiner designed, so they're really good, specific to the mark scheme. They are really good as well. If you want like a quick way to, I just found like exam questions were a lot more intimidating on paper and like from past papers, but doing them on here, I felt like they're questions you've never seen before, but they're also specific to the mark scheme, so it's like a win-win. You've also got exam papers. I didn't actually do them, but I'm pretty sure other people have said that they're helpful. I'm not too sure about that. And then they've got an AI chatbot, which I used a lot to understand specific biological processes, because some are really difficult, like translocation, you know, like plant stuff I was really bad at. So I just kind of asked that. And they've also got these tutors. I think they've got 24/7 support with tutors that are all experienced. So if you don't get enough help from the AI chatbot, you can ask these tutors. And yeah, they also have practical summaries, which I found so helpful because I only looked at them the night before, if I'm being so honest. And yeah, those summaries were so good. They're like 2-minute videos and they give you everything you need to know about the practicals. So yeah, that was a good thing for me. And then next one, biology with Christine. I didn't use her that much, but I saw her live streams and she predicted sort of like the topics, but she also went through questions in detail and it was like really easy to understand. So I only watched like, I think one of her videos, but she was really, really good in that one video that I watched. And she goes through some individual topic questions. So if you want to have a look at her, have a look at her. She's really good. Next one, Claude AI. You might think, why is she saying this? Like, we already know. But maybe you don't. Like, maybe I could enlighten you. So Claude AI, I basically found this really helpful because I was a little bit last minute in terms of I was revising all the time, but I would forget things so quickly in a few weeks. So what I did was I used my teacher's PowerPoints from the school website and I pasted them into Claude AI. And I basically said, can you teach me this topic from the OCR A-Level biology specification and basically summarize what's in this PowerPoint? And it basically goes through each part with you, gives you a little quiz at the end of each subsection. And I found that so helpful. So if you don't understand something, it simply like just makes you understand, like, I don't know, it was such a good little resource there, just have on the side, you know what I mean? So yeah, I just pasted, if you have your teacher's PowerPoints, you can just paste them in and say, can you teach me this according to the spec and cover the things in the PowerPoint? So you don't have to just go through a PowerPoint, you can just simplify that down. You can do this for any subject, but I found it so helpful for going through big topics like hormonal communication or neuronal communication. Or plant and animal responses would take ages, but I covered it so quickly and I could remember it as well because it does a lot of active recall. If you say, I want to do active recall, it will test you. You just have to type in an answer and it will correct you. Yeah. I didn't use Notion that much, by the way, the next one. But what I would say is that for paper 3, if you ask it to make you a synoptic links page, because obviously it's paper 1 and 2 combined, it is very good for that. And I didn't read much of it, but I'm pretty sure it came up with a really nice like summarized page of everything that I should have known in case it came up. So maybe have a look at that, and also use it for your notes and your organization. So yeah, that's just a general tip for life, I guess. And the last one, I cannot stress how good this channel was, and I only found her a week before my paper one. Actually, I think it was 2 days before my paper one. I was revising for it and I found this channel because I was so confused. That's what I'm saying. I never had a path on what I should be doing to revise, how effective it is. But this channel, honestly, if you need last minute revision, you need to go through exam questions, you need to go through statistics for biology, literally go to this channel. She is so underrated. I've not heard many people talk about her, but she is such a good YouTuber, and she goes through things in the way students understand. And I think she's one of the reasons that I got inspired to start this channel, because she really helped me out in the way she presented her channel. So I was like, I want to do something like that to help people with maths. So you got last minute advice, exam questions, statistics summary, and how to answer questions. I need to recommend her evaluate video. Oh my god, that was so good. If you look at her evaluate questions video, I always struggled how to do it, and now I can tell you the 3 steps is agree. If you look at her channel, you will know. Disagree with a question, and then you want to do points with validity. I think that's it. I don't know if I'm phrasing that wrong. It sounds a bit wrong, but that's how you answer evaluate questions, and it's stuck in my head from now, so it will stick in your head. So you should go look at this channel, watch her videos. They are some of them are a bit long, but they are so worth it. And BioRack is also an amazing YouTube channel. I actually love her video on tissue fluid. I can never understand it, but when I watched her video, everything made sense. And she also goes through all the biology math skills. I've not seen other YouTubers do that, so to save your time, go watch her. Their videos are not that long. You can skip through some of them because most of them are like GCSE maths level like math skills, so you can just have a look at that. And she's got a lot of topic summary videos for OCR A-Level biology. So many. You've got Miss Estrick. I don't know if you've seen her, but she specializes in AQA. So these 2 channels are specialized in OCRA. So yeah, hopefully you can use them, make the most out of it. And then we are on our last subject, economics. So economics Edexcel. Right, as I said again, Uplearn is the best tool for understanding content. For me personally, I didn't have the best teacher for year 12. I will not name and shame, but yeah, she was not the best. And I think that Uplearn really helped fill in all these knowledge gaps that I didn't know I had, and also solidified my technique. But technique was covered by this guy, Expert Tuition. Yeah, that is a guy you need if you want to do technique. But this, for content, for understanding, real life examples, exam how-tos, how do I write this question, where do my marks go, model answers, do I need a model answer for a 25 marker? It covers the whole spec, and I'm telling you this from now. Biology, it doesn't cover the whole spec. You might need to double check the specification. It leaves out a few things. Economics, don't worry about that. I promise you everything is on this Uplearn. Everything is covered. Well, most things. And also, I've got so many resources, and I'm so willing to share every single one. If you want me to go through it, if you want me to condense it online, if you want to buy it, let me know in the comments. I will show it all to you. I've got some really good resources. I promise they really, really help me. So yeah, Uplearn, go buy that Uplearn. I promise you it is so worth the money. And if your school gives it to you for free, you should consider yourself lucky, because I was the lucky one there. Yeah, just saved my 90 quid a month. So yeah. Next one, Quizlet. This is the best for memorizing economics context. If you go on the learn option and you have your flashcards of context, you can just press learn and it will give you active recall methods to remember everything. And yeah, if you want my flashcards that I used, I don't know if that would be a bit outdated for your exams, but if you want a basis or an idea of how to memorize context. If you want a whole video on context, let me know. I will go through it. I've got all my resources. They're all neatly stacked in my room. If you need it, I will have a video and I will show you. So yeah, these are such good flashcards. I promise you, I was equipped with, for microeconomics, I think I had about, you need so many examples, but I'm pretty sure I had one for every single market structure, or a few for every single market structure, and I memorized it all. So I promise you, context is so important if you want an A star, which I haven't got yet. I don't even know my results. I'm just here sharing this knowledge because I promise you it really helped me, and it will give results. I will see those results. So if you want my flashcards, let me know. Next one, Econ Plus Dow is a great YouTuber. I didn't use him much, but he was really good because I went to his Easter workshop and he went through a lot of concepts in a simple way, and he gave us a lot of acronyms which I still remember to this day, especially the PCC. I think that was so good. Yeah, if you want to know what that is, go check out his channel. Like, he is a great YouTuber. Yeah, so if you want more economics resources that I have made, gathering from every single resource that I had, let me know. I will show you. I will show you my specification. I'll show you my post-it notes. I'll show you everything. Yeah, so the Easter workshop is worth going to. But yeah, if you think it might be too much money because it was about 60 quid for 2 days, there's no need to go to it, but I found it helpful. I think there is a need to go to it. I don't know how to describe it. It's optional, but it was good. It was good. The next one, oh wait, yeah, next one, expert tuition. I don't think I'd pass economics without this guy, even though I haven't got my results yet. I probably am predicting that I got an A or an A star because I just had such confidence because of this channel. You should go check out this channel because they have the best economics resources. They have a website containing all the exam questions and exam papers from like the old specification. They also have made their own exam question packets and you can go look at them for free. They also have all the mark schemes and it's all like really nicely organized. They also, well, the guy Ahmed, he had live streams on Fridays closer to exams every Friday evening, and they would go on for about 3.5 hours, but you would learn so much technique, content, diagrams, everything in one live stream, and it was so good. I went to every single one, and I can't thank this guy enough. And he also offers private tuition, so if you want to have a look at that, you can. There's also short videos explaining difficult concepts, especially the financial crash video. That was a really good video because it was so difficult for me to understand until I watched this video. And if you are waiting for live streams, if you want to perfect your technique over summer, you can watch his previous year live streams. And if you haven't completed many exam questions, I didn't. I literally had a week to learn macro because I completely ignored it because I was so focused on micro. You need to watch this channel. I promise you, this channel was my favorite economics resource, and Uplearn. Those two were my top 2 resources. But yeah, follow him on Instagram. He will give you useful quick tips on these like Instagram reels and shorts and all of that. If you scroll, like I said in the beginning, if you scroll on Instagram, TikTok, go check out his channel, go check out everything. And if you want to know how I used his live streams to create my own sort of resources, let me know, because I have a whole method on how I sort of took what he said and like elaborated it, you know, to actually revise from it. But yeah, you can comment below for that. And then we've got Claude AI, better than ChatGPT. We already talked about this. You get more free messages for long if you don't want to pay. And if you want to know your context, so these two are actually to do with context, so we can talk about these two together. So if you don't know where to get your context from, I used Claude AI, ChatGPT and Tutor2U. They have a whole application matrix with everything neatly organized, countries, market structures, everything. And then you use Claude AI to get some recent examples. I also used the live stream from Tutor to You. They do this every year, and it's basically an hour filled with content, technique, application, and they give you the most recent examples and the predicted examples. Don't listen to the predictions. You can't predict what they're going to give you. But also, if there's anything in the news recently, that's what you want to focus on. So those are sort of predictions which you can focus on a little bit more, but don't always rely on them because it can be completely different. And yeah, so I can have a whole video on context because it's so important, and I feel like so many people don't think about it enough to get those marks, because even in paper 3, when you're given context, you want to include your own context just so that you can get those extra marks and push from an A to an A star. So yeah, I could do a whole video on context if you want me to, so let me know. And then lastly, I think this is the last one. Yeah, A-Star AI. I saw it on a girl's TikTok one day and I thought to pay for it. And it's this website. And basically, I always found marking my economics essays really difficult. But if you take a picture of your essay and you put it onto this website, it will mark it for you according to the mark scheme, and give you a mark, where you lost marks, how you can improve the marks, how you can rewrite your essay, and it was worth every penny. This is such a valuable resource that no one knows about, so please go have a look at it. And just a little heads up when you're looking at your mark that they've given you, take that into consideration, but also just double check the mark scheme just to make sure, because I feel that there was a few errors in the actual AI, right? Because AI can make mistakes, so don't rely on it completely. As in, use it as like a baseline, but use the mark scheme to adapt that mark if you think you need to adapt it. If you think you got less marks, if you think you got more marks, if you just have to adapt that, you can adapt it, because that's what I did. I basically adapted my marks every time because there were a few errors here and there. So yeah, just be careful with this one because obviously it is AI at the end of the day. So yeah, if you want a video on how I use this, let me know. I will go through how exactly I use this because I have some techniques so I can save you guys time and money. But yeah, this is everything. All the resources that you can use. If you want me to upload this page over here, let me know. And yeah. And then last part of the video, general tips. So when I joined A-Level Excellence, they actually brought me onto Google Calendar. I didn't actually know about it properly before, but it's a great way to keep your revision timetable organized in one place. And if you aren't great with, oh, I need to do this from this time to this time, you can put it into tasks and simply just tick it off. That's what I used to do some days. Some days if I wanted to do timings, let's say I had a paper from like 9 to 12 or 9 to 11, that's more realistic, then I just block that time in, block some time for lunch, come back later, mark the paper. So it's just a great way to organize. If you want another video on my Google Calendar, I'm happy to do that. I've got so many examples how you can organize your time. If you need help organizing your time, if you want to leave down in the comments like your subjects and what you want to revise, I can help you build that calendar together. We can do it together in one of the videos. So just let me know if you want a video on Google Calendar, just organization in general, because over these 2 years I've learned so many things. I just want to help other people so they don't waste their time, because I wasted so much time and I could have done better. So I just want to help everyone not make that same mistake. Also, use sticky notes, little facts, context, little things you need to remember, little things that you just want to revise later. Use sticky notes. If you want a video on sticky notes, if you want any video on general tips, I can make it. I've got so many sticky notes. I've saved all of them just so I can show it to you guys if you want a video on that. And exam files tracker, if you want a video on that, I can show you. I made on Google, what's it called, Google spreadsheets, I don't know if it's called that, but yeah, I made an exam files tracker for every subject so that I can red, amber, green every subtopic of a topic. If you want me to send it to you, I can send it to you. If you want a video on it, I could do a video on it to go into more detail because this video is getting really long. But yeah, red, amber, green, all your subjects, all your topics, you know where you're going, you know where you need to do your uplearn, you know where you need to watch videos, do it for every single subject. I had this already done for me for maths. If you join A-Level Excellence, you will get that too. But for economics and biology, I made my own exam files tracker and it was really useful. And the last one, maths masterclasses and other live streams. Watch these live streams. Wait, did I talk about... Okay, I have just realised I forgot, or I'm pretty sure I put it. I don't know where it's gone, but I didn't put Mr. Bison in. He is one great guy. I will add him in a minute. I will, you know, let me just fix that for now. Hi guys, so we're back with Mr. Bison that I added on the end here. So basically, Bison Maths has a lot of really good videos for maths, and I'd say his live streams were really good, and they covered a lot of different topics, and they covered the predicted topics, and he goes through them in a really simple way. And I think my favourite video from him is that one video where he goes through what do you call it? It's his trig video, his summary video. So he basically goes through how to find the other solutions. Like, that's the one fact that really stuck with me. So when you have sine, cos and tan, there's ways to get the other solutions without having to draw like the graph or like any other diagrams. So I always remember this, that he said it's 180 minus theta, and then plus or minus 360, and then 360 minus theta plus or minus 360, and then theta plus or minus 180. Like, it's just stuck with me. If you go watch his summary trig video from year 12, so the year 1 content, then yeah, you'll see this video. But he also has so many summary videos, so you can go through all these topics, and like, I'm pretty sure most of the videos are like less than 30 minutes or like about 20 minutes. So it's a great way to refresh your memory, in addition to like the summary sheets that you could use from PMT. So yeah, that's a great way. He's got so many videos. He's got his recorded lessons from his actual classes at school. I watched one for mechanics, and I didn't really understand like ceilings and ladders, but I watched his videos and they made a lot of sense. So shout out to Mr. Bison, because he is a really good YouTuber. Actually, everyone on this page like deserves a round of applause, because like they have really helped me out in terms of my whole A-level journey, and I'd love to I'm so happy to be sharing all of this with you guys, so that you can get all the help that you need to get your desired grades for A-levels. So as I was saying, all the live streams you can find for every subject, biology, economics and maths, every live stream you can find, you need to go and watch them. Keep a note of them in your Google Calendar before exams. If you're going into year 13, these live streams are going to be so important for you to get that last minute revision, get those last minute predicted topics in your revision. And also, if you join A-Level Excellence, the maths masterclasses helped me tremendously. They had so much knowledge, content, technique, everything, timing, everything that you wouldn't expect that you need to know for maths, everything. They have everything in there. The teachers are wonderful. Yeah, that's what this video was about. It was an introduction to who I am, what my channel is going to be about. I'm going to be posting a lot of random content from different subjects, but also my main aim is focusing on statistics, getting those grades for you guys. I've piled it all together. I've got a great way that I'm going to teach it, and it will make so much sense. So I'll be uploading these videos over summer. And yeah, thank you for watching the first video of Stats Adatz. Please like, comment and subscribe, and share this video to all your friends so that they can have the best opportunity of getting the best grades possible. And stay reached out so you know when I'm posting, you know, new videos. And like, if you have any suggestions, please let me know, because this is a YouTube channel I just wanted to make to be able to help other people, because I know that I've always struggled myself with not having a clear plan. So thank you so much guys for watching, and I will see you soon.